So the next chart type we'll be looking forward now is a bubble chart. So if you guys have any idea, bubble chart looks something like this. Okay, you get multiple data values in the form of bubbles. So we'll straight away move to our Tableau workbook to see how can we create bubbles. So this is a basic bubble I have created. I have tried to plot the relationship between the various category of products and the discounts offered, the total discounts offered. So in the three category of products, the highest discounts have been offered in office supplies, and the minimal discounts have been offered in technology, in furniture over here. So over here in bubble charts, one thing to notice is if my categories, if my dimension has got minimum discrete values like 3, 4, 5, 10, then using bubble chart is beneficial. But if my dimension has got multiple values like more than 20, then using bubble chart doesn't make sense, because then the view of the entire visualization becomes quite shabby. We'll see this each in detail. Let me remove this and let us create a bubble chart from scratch. So first of all, if I see on the show me part and I see the bubble chart, so for creating a bubble chart, I require at least one dimension and one measure. So let me go and select a dimension, supposedly say region over here. Okay, region is the dimension I have selected, and I would like to see the sales in each region. So by default, it has came up with this horizontal bar, but I would like to go for these packed bubbles or bubbles. So it shows me just looking at the size of the bubbles, I can see that the west is giving me highest sales and south is giving me minimal sales. But still, to be more sure, let's place these sales on the label over here. So the labels over here tell me that the sales in west has been highest and the sales in south has been lowest. In this way, bubble chart's size helps me decide that which of these dimensions is giving me minimum or maximum sales. So over here in bubble charts, these circles, they represent the dimensions. The size of these circles, it represents the dimension which they are representing, that is the sum, and the size represents measure. So over here, if I say these bubbles, no, basically these circles, they'll represent dimension. I have got 4 dimensions in region, so these for corresponding to these 4 dimension within this region dimension, I have got 4 categories. So for 4 categories, I have got 4 circles, and the size of the circle is representing my measure. So we can say that in a bubble chart, the count of the circle represents the dimensions. The circles represent the number of circles represent the dimensions, and the size of the circle represents the measure. So over here, the number of circles is representing my region, and the size of the circle is representing my sales. Now over here, since my the number of values I had in my dimension region were less, so bubble chart was good. But instead of region, had I had a category which had too many values. So let me remove all of it and take a category which has got too many values. So let me take subcategory. Okay, I have taken subcategory over here. Now I'm taking sales over here. And now if I would like to have a bubble chart, so over here for few of them I can understand. I'll place the sales over here on the label. So for few of them I can understand, like say phones or chairs, they are giving me the highest profits. But others, these ones are not visible. They are like, I'll have to point it up and I'll see the sales of these. So in case you have got multiple multiple values in your dimension, then using bubble chart is not efficient. In that case, you can use a stacked bar chart or a bar chart, or maybe a tree map you can use. But in case your dimension has got lesser number of values, the lesser number of discrete values, then using bubble chart is a good option. Over here, since in my dimension subcategory, the number of discrete values were high, so over here the bubble chart isn't that efficient. Still, it is looking efficient if I'll replace this by states, which is having around 50 states, then it would become more shabby. So I'm not doing anything else. I'm just just let me, okay, over here let me place these states on the labels as well. So over here, if you will see in terms of sales, then California, and California is giving me highest sales, then comes New York, and so on and so forth. and there are multiple states which are so small that I don't get to see their names. I'll have to point them out. So in case my dimension is having so many amount of so many discrete values, then using bubble chart is not an efficient way. So in this case, it's better to use a stacked chart, or since it's a location, I can also use a map or maybe a simple table. So I think by now it's clear to everyone that in what cases we have to use bubble charts, and in what cases it's a good decision that not to use a bubble chart. Okay, so if in your dimension the number of discrete values you are having are less, then using bubble chart is an efficient manner. It's an efficient way.